in the game.
Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma State Cowboys, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Cowboys will put total leather and we'll get started. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He wants to change this route. Using his feet. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. Creates a little room. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage.
This is an offense that prides themselves on being physical. They love running the football. That's their identity. But the defense getting that stop on 3rd and short against the run, that sets a very clear message that they've shown up to play. They know it's coming, and they're going to be here all day.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Setting up the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Looking for a crease to the left. Got room at the 35. Racing down the left side. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Can find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, you are rolling the dice every time you throw this guy's way. He is one of the best corners in the entire country. Everybody has their eye on him every single game. He does a great job breaking on that ball and forcing the incompletion.
Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
He gets a block. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pocket breaking down. Complete to the right. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Grab near the sticks. It's Day. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
With the catch, it's Day. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Cowboys can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and fires complete. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. The Cowboys are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
And guys, how many first downs is that? Just on this drive alone? I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pressure coming. And he was shooting for the end zone there, and they couldn't make the completion.
And I think on that last play, it's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Third down, red zone play, crowd alive. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. Makes the catch. They will score. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Caught in the backfield, it's Paul. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle, it's Paul. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that, but if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. On target. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Oklahoma State has the lead here. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
The play action fake. Here's a hit. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. Wants to throw again. Get it out on the screen. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Man, this defense is so athletic in their front seven. They're able to fight off the blocks on that third down screen play, make the tackle, now setting up fourth down.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Working that left side now. Finds a crease at the 20. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
That's an awesome effort by the receiver there because he didn't have the first down once he caught the pass. He had to be able to make a guy miss, and with his athleticism and skill, he's able to do that, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. And that's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Let's go! From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Intercepted! Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Turning it on. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. Got his man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
They'll corral that squib kick just inside the 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On the run, deep down the right side.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
Fields the punt, wants to make a play. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man, it's Day. On the move at the 30. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Off the boot, looking for his man. Fires on the move. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Got room to work. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolute shank. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Got a man, it's Paul. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Ducks can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Crosses the 40. He's loose down the middle. Past the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks!
You got to wonder if that's going to be the play that changes the momentum in this game for the offense. It had been tough. They were up against it here early in the game, but the quarterback now is starting to find a little bit of a rhythm. Really nice touch and throw on that touchdown. And here we go. This might be the play that gives them their confidence.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. start from the 19-yard line. He'll start this drive going to the air. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one. Looking downfield on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gives it on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it. Discards him with the stiff arm. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. And the Cowboys with the 1st and 10. They're going back to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback on the keeper. Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Cowboys are in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Fires to the middle. Got his man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
Oregon Ducks will take over 1st and 10.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Might be changing the route. Snap to the back. They forced ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Finds his big tight end. All the way out to the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 15.
Complete on the throw.
I love the job by the receiver there on the curl route against zone coverage because he finds the soft spot, but he also does a nice job coming back to the football, and it's not easy. When your quarterback's got a cannon like this guy does, and he's throwing a bullet at you, there's a lot of guys that would be hesitant and they would want to wait for the ball. Not this guy. He went and attacked it and secured the catch.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Back to the ground game on the left. Out of bounds at the 49-yard line, but not before getting it into opponent territory.
Out of bounds.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To the ground, he's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Keeps it on the bootleg. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. The longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Release to the back. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Fights off a defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They'll try the run. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Now improvising. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that are getting after him.
And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Running through contact. There he goes. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Bought a little time, lets it go. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. The Ducks will try to pick it up on fourth down.
Coming up, fourth down.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there.
Going for it all. And they will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
He'll get rid of it. Complete to the right. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. We've reached the break. Oklahoma State is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Throws for the tight end. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
It's complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
On the move. And he's still running after the move. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Got his man. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
Here's the pressure. Looking for the score. Pistols firing, touchdown Cowboys. The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This one's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
Quarterback empties his backfield. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try to pound their way in. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Brings up second and goal.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. They'll run it to the left looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
They've been talking about this one all week inside the MAC, guys. Let's give you a quick recap of how it went down. Ball State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cardinals that fired on all cylinders. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the MAC.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now he's going to break the pocket. This time it's complete. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup. And the Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the...
Looking for the end zone. He's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Buys just enough space to create some breathing room. He's got it up to the 12. Motion from the wide receiver. On third down, he drops to throw. Fakes to grab. He was searching for that first down marker, but he'll come up short. They stop him at the 22. It'll be fourth down.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off his spot. Padding my stats, by the way. Got a lot of sacks late in games when we had a big lead, but that's okay. That's what...
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. To the air on first down. He's going for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Looking to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 30. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
They've reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best